Okay, Hare Krishna. Kavya Mataji, Shishmita Mataji. They've joined, I'll share. Devotees, you can confirm once you are able to see the screen, please. Somebody is saying something, your voice is very low. Okay, I hope you are able to see.
We can see, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu, for confirming. Chandrakant Prabhu and Balram Prabhu. Okay, let me put the laser. Yeah. So we'll start with today class. So ISKCON Seshadripuram presents Gita Gyan, essence of Bhagavad Gita. So I welcome you to this course, and we can start with the prayers. It's okay. Ganga Mataji, Hare Krishna. So it's a saying, when we invoke the prayers, we are able to understand, get the mercy of the Lord, and such that we are able to understand the knowledge and the message of the Bhagavad Gita. So we'll start. Devotees, you can please repeat it after me, after one line. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnana Jana Shalakaya
Om Ajnanatirimachaya Jananaya Salakaya
Chakshurum Militam Yena Tashmai Shri Gurave Namah.
Chakshurvunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine.
Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namine.
Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracha. Yeah.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurivani Pracharane
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashata Deshatarine.
Nirvisesa Sunyavani Paschati Satarane.
Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda.
Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivashadi Gaura Bhakta Vinda.
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Jai Pataka Samniti Namine Namacharya Pataya Pradayani Pradhamate Nagara Garamatalini Mukam Koti Vachalam Pangum Nante Girim Yat Kirpata Maham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So welcome all devotee once again. Thank you for the praise. So today is
Dandavat Pranam
Ekadashi.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Usha Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. So today is most auspicious day, Ekadashi day. So just I wanted to iterate, so I forgot to tell before the prayer. So whatever devotional activity which you do today, it is getting multiplied by 100 times. So whoever have recited Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 3 times, so they have got 300 times they have recited. So that's the benefit of Ekadashi month. So Ekadashi month, every twice a month, it comes 2 times in a month. And if somebody wants to progress in their devotional service, they can take the shelter of Ekadashi and do their devotional activities. So once whatever activities they do, and on Ekadashi, devotees that usually chant extra rounds such that they are able to understand Krishna and progressing devotional service also. So if you're chanting 1 round, so you should chant 2 rounds. If you're chanting, it's up to you. And if you're reading 1 shloka per day, at least on Ekadashi, try to read 2 shloka or 3 shloka, as much as devotional service you can do. So it will be good and you'll be able to progress in devotional service. So let's see, if time permits, we can chant more rounds today and you'll be able to get more benefits. Okay, so this program is dedicated to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So we heard last Friday about Srila Prabhupada, and so Srila Prabhupada, when he used to live in New York, 26th Road and 26th Avenue, so Srila Prabhupada is always very, very merciful. So one time, actually, what happened? Okay, somebody saying something. Okay, I guess, yeah. Okay, so I was talking about Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada, their first disciple, or the first, I can say, couple disciple was Shyam Sundar Prabhu and Malti Mataji. So they couples had a beautiful daughter. Actually, her name was Saraswati. So one time, Srila Prabhupada was writing books, and a very learned man who was there in New York, he came, and Srila Prabhupada was speaking. And then he came and he wanted to meet Srila Prabhupada. And when he went and met, I said, Srila Prabhupada, I have made a very, very huge thesis. I said, what about this thesis is about? So he said, this gentleman said, this thesis is about Krishna. Then Srila Prabhupada asked, can you tell me in one word, a few words, who Krishna is? And this gentleman was not able to answer, and he said, like, I have mentioned everything in this thesis and all. So that's what the faith and devotion matters. And then he called, can you see that small girl who is sitting outside? He called, Saraswati, can you come? She was barely 5 years old. And then Srila Prabhupada called her and asked her, who is Krishna? And then she said, you know, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna holds a beautiful flute. He have a peacock feather on his head, and he just whatever she have heard or knows, she started and the saying. And then not even after telling to Srila Prabhupada, actually she went to in everyone everyone person was there in different rooms, and whatever knowledge she was having, she went and started preaching this knowledge to, who is Krishna. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. And Srila Prabhupada was smiling, and then he saw it was now you saw, see, preaching is very easy actually. Whatever you try to preach about Supreme Personality of Godhead to other peoples, and that's how you will be able to progress in Krishna consciousness. That's what is about preaching. So Srila Prabhupada used to teach us every single complex thing also in a very complex manner. He was very merciful. He was giving to each and every soul. He was giving to Krishna, says that he's able to go back home, back to Godhead. So Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We were also inspired by His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Guru Maharaj, who is the GBC and spiritual master. We'll take his blessing and we will proceed for Gita Mahatmya. Who wants to read today's shlok? Okay, Dhamati Mataji, she is there. She usually reads the first one.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Dhamati Mataji, please go ahead.
Gita patam cha sravanam yah karoti dine dine kratavo vajimedayah kritastena sa dakshinaha. Great sacrifices such as the Ashwamedha, along with their remunerations, are naturally achieved by one who daily hears and recites the Gita. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanmati Mataji. Thank you for reading. So here we can see in this Kali Yuga age where we live normally for 100 years, it's very impractical to do Aswamedha yet. We can't do actually this Aswamedha Vayagna. But actually we can hear Bhagavad Gita. So not everyone can complete this Aswamedha Yagna because it's very tedious chores and a lot of things are required also. So Prithu Maharaj, when he wanted to this 100 Aswamedha Yagna, but after 99 he couldn't do it. Every time every time he used to do this Aswamedha Yagna, Indra used to come and stop it. Like, it was very troublesome. And that's for any sacrifices also, it requires lot of time, lot of austerities, and lot of things are also required, as in raw materials are also required. If the raw materials are not pure, that the yagna is, or the sacrifice is imperfect, it's not been taken. And also if the sacrifice is done, and if the sacrifice you have completed, and after completion if you're not giving remunerations, or what we say, the bhiksha to the brahmanas, or bringing the brahmanas and feeding them, then it's saying it's of no use. Any austerity you do, we have seen, we give it something, whether it is rice, or whether it is money or something is there, or any thing we do, we try to give it to remuneration to this brahmana, because with that we get this. And it's saying, okay, so asma deva, yes, uh, Aswamedha Yagya is in itself, it is too difficult, and talk about some people who's very pure, it's not able to give this dana, then it's difficult. Their yagna is, just a minute, I'll mute. Yeah, so it's a saying it's not able to complete this one. So what to tell about this? And so you people all are very fortunate souls who are daily coming and hearing and reciting this Bhagavad Gita. So it's a saying, even the great sacrifice of Aswa Medha Yagna also is whatever results you get is just simply you get this results who hears this Bhagavad Gita and recites this daily. So in Kali Yoga, it is not recommended to do Aswamedha Yagna. So what we are recommending in Kali Yuga, and what the Shastra says to do in Kali Yuga, can somebody say? Is the only and the easiest method which you can go back home, back to Godhead. Can somebody say what is the
Hare
easiest?
Krishna Mahamantra Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, wonderful, Usha Mataji. So only by chanting and reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and you'll be able to go in this lifetime only. So you should be having faith in the Shastras and on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whatever the knowledge is given, it's all true, and many of the sages also have done in the past. Okay, so therefore we comes with this 16th chapter. I'll just maybe, since 2 days of gap was there between 13, 14 and like last Friday. So this section we started from chapter 13, and Krishna actually started giving this knowledge. Okay, what this knowledge is there, or this section is known as a Gyan Yoga. So in chapter 13, Krishna told what is about knowledge is there. We talks about three things. After getting knowledge, what will incur, what will happen to our devotional service. He talks about Purusa, Prakriti, and the field. And he also talks about soul and super soul, where the super soul reside, and everything we saw also. But after mentioning these things, he says that this knowledge will help you to aid in your devotional service. And then Krishna ended it that if you do devotional service, you will be able to cross this also. You'll be able to, whatever the super soul is there in your heart, you will be able to see those things. And then in chapter 14, Krishna talks about this pradhana, the three modes of material nature. So body consists of 24 elements. Out of the 24 elements, the last element was pradhana. And then Krishna told, he discussed in detail how actually human being or we are bonded, or we are binded by these three modes of material nature, which is mode of goodness, mode of passion, and mode of ignorance. And he again said what you should to do in like if you somebody wants to progress in devotional service, somebody is doing devotional service, he is able to cross, he is above this three modes of material nature, and he is there in the sattva guna, like above the mode of goodness, and that's the reason he is not bonded in. And last Friday we discussed about 15. The Krishna is telling about see into reality, peek into reality, what the reality is there. So and then Krishna tells this material world where we are living is actually is not a real, it's just a reflection of the spiritual ones. And that's the reason don't fall, Krishna was given a very important is that don't fall into this material world. Seek for real, seek for truth. And then once you start loving Krishna, then we'll be able to know this. And then as we know, nobody knows about Srila Prabhupada. So on chapter 15 also we discussed about Srila Prabhupada. But when we start loving about Srila Prabhupada, because we hear and read through his books, then what will happen, the more we hear and read, we'll increase the knowledge and we'll start loving Krishna. So the more we'll get to know more about them. So today, it's a saying important thing also. So wherever you are there, whether you are reading whatever is there, so try to read as many as shloka per day also, especially on this Ekadashi days. It will help you to progress very much. And there is a good news also. Maybe after this class I'll keep it an announcement what is beyond after we are completing this thing. So today's chapter name is 16th chapter, and the chapter name is the divine and the demonic nature. So Krishna will be talking about people generally work in the mode of ignorance. What are their natures? We have seen in this one. So everyone falls under some guna, sattva, rajas, or tamas. So chapter 16, if you see, maybe here, if you see, who is this? This is, can somebody say who is, which avatar of the Lord is this?
Simhavatar.
Yes, and who is on his lap?
Asura, I know.
Yes, Asura. Who is this Asura?
Hiranyakashipu.
Hiranyakashipu. Yes, correct.
Yes, Hiranyakashipu. So we have seen this chapter saying, so we have Prahlad Maharaj and Hiranyakashipu, both ways. So we can see Prahlad Maharaj, who is this embodiment of this what we say good qualities, and we are seeing Hiranyakashipu, who is like the demonic qualities is there, or is born from this Prahlad Maharaj is born from Hiranyakashipu only, but we can see how the modes are different. Prahlad is the biggest devotee, and Hiranyakashipu is the biggest demon. Narasimhadev was actually very, very angry, and when with Hiranyakashipu, you can see his eyes also is like full fires red, and it was burning in anger. And when you see someone whom you love, actually, what happens? Your eyes become merciful. So it's a saying anything is that because through your expression you can see. And when Narasimhadev had these two eyes, one was very, very angry, and he was seeing this demonic quality or the nature of Hiranyakashipu, and he was just ripping apart his stomach and taking out his intestines, and that's he wore a garland of intestine, you can see his neck. And with the other eyes, actually, he was able to see Prahlad Maharaj also, and he was seeing the divine nature of Prahlad. And let's see, in today's topic, like class, we'll be discussing. Krishna is telling what are those divine natures and what are those demonic nature. So we'll discuss first about this demonic quality which Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, let's read this sloka. Who wants to read it? Kirti Mataji wanted to read. You have raised your hand.
O son of Partha, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called divine and the other demon.
Yes. So we heard about this greatest demon and the greatest devotee, Prahlad Maharaja and also Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu also, his elder brother name was Hiranyagar. Can somebody say Hiranya? I'm given half. What is the full name? Hiranyakashipu brother name, elder brother name?
Hiranyaksh, Prabhuji.
Yes, correct, Mataji. So both of this was a brother, and this Hiranyakashipu was very much terrified when his elder brother was killed by the Lord Avatar. That is, can somebody say who killed Hiranyaksha?
Varaha Swami, Prabhuji.
Yes, Varahadev. He came when he was troubling this mother earth. Every time he was digging and he was troubling all the human race, and the mother earth went and said, Lord, please save me. And then Varahadev, he appeared as Varahadev and then took this mother earth on his tusk, and that's how he saved. So this Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to take revenge from Vishnu, and he did a lot of penances as that he can get his 60,000 years. He did a tapasya, and then Brahmaji gave a boon, and then he said, I want to become an immortal. He said, it's not possible to give you immortal boon, because I myself is like I'm not mortal. I can't give you like immortal boon. I also, after some years, I go, means my body also annihilates, and I go into this Maha Vishnu Tattva and all. So then he said, okay, let me think, what should I do? So he told, okay, give me a boon like nobody can be able to kill me in 12 months. And then he said like, okay. And then Brahmaji said also, with this permutation and combination, it looks like Hiranyakashipu, when he asked a particular boon, nobody can actually kill him. He asked, neither I should be killed in this outside of the house, neither I should be killed inside of the house, neither I should be killed upwards, neither I should be killed downwards. And he said, neither I should be killed by a man, neither I should be killed by an animal, neither I should be killed by an instrument or any weapon. So like that, he said, so whatever you want to cheat, Krishna is, he will cheat you in a more different way. And that's how we can see it's mentioned also. So Krishna is saying, oh son, in this world there are two kinds of created beings. One is called this divine and the other are demonic. So when this demonic, when his son was born also, Prahlad Maharaj. So it's a wonderful story is there. Maybe I'll tell you some another time, because if I take during this Narsama Chaturdasi, we take a class, and this is like 3-4 days we take and we discuss this pastime. And maybe coming back to this Bhagavad Gita. So what happened? Since he was torturing his devotees of the Lord, so the Lord appeared and he saw he was half lion, and he was neither a man and he was neither an animal, and that's how he neither killed with any weapon. He used his nails to chisel it, his rip apart his one, and he said, neither you should be born, neither he should be born. So he was, where he was coming, he was appearing from the pillars of which was there in this house only. And that's how just a minute, I'll mute, I am getting, yeah. So that's why he was coming out, and he said neither he should be killed inside his house and neither outside. So he was killed just at the entrance of the door. And he said neither I should be killed in this any time of the day. So he was saying when the sun is about to set, at the time he was telling. And it's saying I shouldn't be killed in this 12 months. So when he was killed, it's mentioned in the scriptures that there is a mal mass is there every adhik mass, which is known. So every after between 2 to 3 years, there is an extra month which will be appearing, because there is a revolution of sun and the moon is there, it generally takes 350 and 365 days. So in order to maintain those things, after 2 years or something, depends to like this year, this Adhik Mas is coming, I guess next year might be. Next year on during April or June, June, I need to check it. So like that, after 2.5 years or something around, it comes. So Krishna is telling in this world, and that's how Hiranyakashipu was killed. So he was saying in this way, there are two kinds of created being. Generally, it will be having this divine, and the other will be having this demonic ability. So let's see what Krishna is further instructing in this chapter. Okay, Kirti Mataji, I guess you have read. I'll lower your hand. Who wants to read? Balram Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, please go ahead.
दम्भो दर्पो भीमनाश्च क्रोध पर्ष्याम् एवाच अज्ञानं चाभिजतस्य पार्थ सम्पदम् असुरिम्. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to those demonic nature, O son of Partha.
Thank you,
Thank
Balram
you,
Prabhu.
Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So in this verse, if you see, Krishna talks about royal road which leads to hell is described. So these are some qualities of people who are demons, who are demonic in nature. They actually, these demonic people, they want to show of their religion and their how much they are advanced in spiritual science, or although they don't follow any of those principles also. They are, this kind of people are usually very, very arrogant, and these people will be like always proud in possessing whatever they have. Sometimes they might be so educated, or sometimes these people will be so much wealthy and they just want to show it off, like I have so much of things. And they always have a desire to be worshipped by other peoples, and demand respect in the society or something, although means they don't recommend, or like say they don't have, people shouldn't be given respect, but still they recommend. So whatever any small issues, they will be becoming very angry, and they will speak very harshly, not gentle way. So they do not know what is should be done, and what should not be done. So they do everything like very casually, and like whatever according to their desires. They don't follow any shastras. They don't follow any rules and regulation, what the way, authority says, or what the Vedas says. So this demonic qualities are taken, not the Lord is saying from, it's not like after some time it says. So this demonic quality actually, it comes from the very beginning of the body. What is there? From the very beginning of when this kind of childs are born in the wombs of their mother only. And as they grow, the Lord's mentioned, so all this manifestation, all these qualities of which are demonic in nature, like it's manifest, and all this inauspicious qualities, it's already. So we can see Ravana here also, when even it's mentioned in the scriptures also, if a doot or the messenger, the Lord Rama sent Hanuman, you can go and have a peace messenger. It's known as a peace messenger for the Dus, and they're going to, and then the Ravana, because of their arrogance, because of their ahankara, he just like gave a very nice thrashing with the words. And then even the Lord Hanumana, since he's a servitor of our Lord, and he was humbly like taking those things. And even he said, when a doot comes, you should be able to give an equal amount of seed. And instead what they did, they tied him up, and then the Lord himself take a pull of his from his tail, and then he made us seat higher than Ravana's. And Ravana was amazed, and all these people were trying to like send this with his arrows and whatever weapons were there, and nothing was able to do. And then finally Ravana, what he did, he just put fire in his what we tail, and just he could, Ravana, like Hanuman was sole person, he can kill Ravana also. He was so powerful, but he said, since you needs to be killed by Ram, and this is, he's saying, I am just a servant of Lord Ram, and he wants to show that power also, and he wants to show him that you give back Mother Sita, otherwise what will happen. And we saw the whole Lanka was set in fire, but still also Ravan didn't was the land, and he thought like, I am the most powerful and I can do anything, and that's we know history. And like finally he was killed by Lord Ram. So this is the quality of a demonic, the demons. So is it, and this let's see what further Krishna is saying. 16.7. Asha Mataji, would you like to read it, please, if possible? Okay, Ashwani Mataji have raised her hand. Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Parvitam ka nirvitam ka jana vritta asru na sucham sukam na karo karo ka karo na satya tesu vidyate. Those who are demonic do not know what is to be done and what is not to be done. Neither cleanness or not proper behavior, not truth is found in them. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ashwani Mataji, for reading. So here, Krishna is talking about more demonic. Say they don't know what needs to be done because they don't read any sastras. They don't know what are do's and what are don'ts. And saying neither they maintain na swacham na pichara. So neither they maintain cleanliness nor they have any proper behavior also. And neither they think because of their ahankara, they think okay, whatever they are doing, that is only the truth. And so that's the reason he's saying. So we can see also it's mentioned these people usually there's a past tense there in Mahabharata also. Duryodhana knew that he can't actually defeat them. So what he did was he started cheating. He did Lakshagara first. He did with his own brother. Even when Duryodhana was very small, also he tried to give poison. Bhima was very fond of eating. So he told my younger brother Bhima, I'll feed you, I'll give you a party, let's go. And then what he did, he also he prepared a very sweet rice, and in that he made a poison. And after he went eat, he slept, and that's why he tied his leg and just threw it into a river also. And just he should be getting killed. Rest is a history only. He went inside Bhima, and then how he met with the serpents and all, and so many serpents when they like hissed or tried to bite, Bhima came since because it's a saying this poison was there, poisons cuts away, and then he was awake, and this all this serpents took this Bhima into, and to the king of the serpent he said, this Bhima, like when we are hissing him, he's like became awake, he's not dying only. And then this long conversation was there, and then the king of the serpent came to know like he's my relative only, the aunt, the Kunti Maharani is then he gave like a sweet kind of bowl or the nectar. After drinking, he got a power of 100 elephants also. So what happened? So this Duryodhana, this he knew from the very child he was mischievous. He did a last chagra. He built a false house in the house of wax, and then he made in a such a way that everything was locked. And then he just put this house on fire, and thus he tried to kill his own brother also. So he cheated, and then what happened, so then due the Kira happened, this gambling happened, and then they lost. And first time also they lost. Dhritarashtra with the help of Sakuni, they tried to lost, and the second time also they lost. And this it was there, they told them to go for into exiles actually. So this Pandavas was so means tolerable. They went for 12 years of vanvas also, and even 12 years of vanvas also they went. It's a saying, after that they need to go 1 year for Gyatwas. So if this Kauravas were able to find them again, they need to go for again 12 years. And these people, these Pandavas, they accepted whatever it was coming. And even it's mentioned there, this Duryodhana, he was very nasty person actually. Even when this Pandavas was there in the exile actually, he along with one Akshaseni Sena, he went to just show off, oh, you people are like just roaming around for forest. He made a tent and everything, because they will be having lot of wealth and everything was there. They were preparing very nicely and eating, and they were showing it off to these Pandavas, like you are just wandering, you don't have a food also, where to live also you don't have. And there is a mention also, this Duryodhana, actually he misbehaved with Gandharva also when they were camping in the forest. And Arjuna then fought with this like Chitrasen. They heard a lot of Gandharva was there. Then they Yudhishthira Maharaj said, you can go and save this. Arjuna went and saved this Duryodhan also. So he says, still whatever is there, he's my brother, please leave him, otherwise you fight with him. And they, when they fighted Arjuna, like single-handedly, he like made everyone very weak, and then he took Duryodhana. And so Duryodhana was very much dejected also. And then also when he was trying to do this Rajyashu after this one also, so then Krishna, when Lord Krishna actually went, and he like before the war, he went and he said, at least you give 5 villages to Pandavas will be happy with that. They don't want anything actually. And then Duryodhana told, I will won't give a single pin of land also. And then he even tried to capture Krishna also. And then how Krishna similarly shows as a peace messenger he went. And Duryodhana, when he tries to capture him, Krishna shows him a Vishwarupa. They do not what has to be done. And then everyone was amazed and then left. So that's what we can see, this kind of people who are demonic in nature, like Duryodhana, and those peoples are there. There's only thinking about their profit, how they can be happy, how much wealth they can obtain by giving other people in trouble and all. So these are like demonic qualities. We'll see what more demonic qualities which Krishna is saying. And most important thing is here Krishna is saying these people actually are not clean from his body also. These are like neither internal cleanliness is there, neither external cleanliness will be there. So one should be very careful to keep his our body actually by clean, by regularly bathing, brushing, and what we say teeth, shaving our beards. Our Matajis will be having shave, like keeping their in shape everything and all. So cleanliness is there. So these are known as external cleanliness. And as far as internal cleanliness is concerned, one should always remember the holy names of the Lord and chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. When they chant, the demons neither actually like to follow all these rules, whether it is external or whether it is coming about internal also. When other people used to, Vidura was also there. Vidura also told this Duryodhan, don't do like that, but still he was not one time, okay, he said, I won't be doing again, he was doing like this. So these are some qualities which a demonic person thinks like that. Let's see, we have removed the shlokas because it was very
Prabhuji, can you recite the previous sloka?
Prabhu, there are so many shlokas are there,
Only one, that one.
The previous one, which one you wanted?
Just now, this one.
16.7.
Pravartim
Pravartim cha nivarittim cha janana vidur ashuraha ma shaucham napi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Okay, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay. There are, every shloka have a different metric and tone. I didn't sang in that way, as every shloka needs to be done in a proper way also. Okay, let's see who wants to read. If there is no Sanskrit shloka, is there? We'll give a chance who haven't read till now. Let me see. Dipshika Mataji, is it possible to unmute yourself and read? Because
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
The demonic person thinks, so much wealth do I have today, and I will gain more according to my schemes. So much is mine now, and it will increase in the future more and more. He is my enemy, and I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. I am the Lord of everything. I am the enjoyer. I am perfect, powerful, and happy. I am the richest man, surrounded by aristocratic relatives. There is none so powerful and happy as I am. I shall perform sacrifices, I shall give some charity, and thus I shall rejoice. In this way, such persons are deluded by ignorance. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So we could see Ravana had everything in this world. He wanted the concert of the Lord, and also he was very very knowledgeable. But still, he is Maya Aprati Jana. So he did so many of Aprada, and that's we all also have this sometimes qualities which Ravana also have. So sometimes we find like, oh no, I am the perfect. I can find 100 faults in others. I can do many mistakes, no problems. These are all demonic quality which Krishna is saying. So we need to have curve all this like qualities. So whatever these qualities are there, actually we have like most of us also have this quality, including me also. I also have a lot of qualities in like this also. So the mood of the demon is captured here is there. So just try to hide the demonic person. It feels that what is running in your mind. Actually, we make so many plans and we want to be the Lord. We all have, Srila Prabhupada used to say in one of the lectures, we all have Hiranyakashipu mentality. Like we always want to give troubles to others and all. We want to enjoy and all. So the other example is this Duryodhana. Duryodhana was a personification for enviness. He had a lot of envy from his childhood only. He was there. It's mentioned that at one time when, like we said, Pandava's exile history, he wants to go and like show off, and then even wanted to kill also. So that's what is there. So Krishna then he talks about this. These are some qualities as the demonic person usually thinks. Like I have so much of wealth today, and like I will gain like tomorrow with new plans, and according to my schemes, I'll gain something. We see people sometimes give troubles to others, or sometimes cheats others. Sometimes who is very poor, they give some money and then try to calculate interest on that, just like by tolerating, like torturing them and then taking all their houses and all on a bigger interest. Also people do, like the bank is charging for 8 or 10%, they charge for 20-30%, and they know this person won't be able to repay, and then that's what they plan like that, and they said like whatever their properties are there, I will take everything and I'll be like a king. So is a saying, so these people generally think so much is mine now, and like it will like I'll incur everything, and like in future more and more there is no end, like so many unlimited desires are there to incur more and more, and there is never ending is there. So he thinks, okay, he was my enemy, have killed him, so from them having quite so many wealth. Or sometimes he say, okay, he is my competitor, I'm because he have opened a shop in front of me, so my sale have gone down. So sometimes he say he's my enemy, he kills them, and then he says, oh, I have killed him, and my other enemies will also be killed. Sometimes no other competitors will be there, I will be the only sole proprietor who will be selling in this market. Sometimes because of jealousies and lot of this, so he says, I am the lord of the everything. That is this person thinks actually, like I know means no one is above than me, and then say, no, I am the only enjoyer, I am the most perfect person, and they saying I'm very powerful because of money, because of powers of people, so many people's working under you, and they say like I should be always be happy, nobody like should be giving me troubles are there. And then he thinks because of these things, so many wealth, when it comes to the people, this people kind of say I am the richest person, and then saying, oh, so many people are surrounded by me, my friends love me so much, my relatives love me so much, because you are giving something, that's like the people's love. So that's the reason we see in our whole day-to-day life, why we have families and friends. If you see, to be very honest, after reading Bhagavad Gita, I got to know, we think, okay, this person loves us, so that's the reason we have. But actual the thing is there, the more we give and take, so friendship or family is a like a give and take policy. So there is always a relation between is that, oh, I have given you something, you will also give, and that's the reason actually it happens in this material. The day you stop giving money or something, then this person will think, oh, they used to give, now he's not my friend, or now he's not of my family. They're saying, till you were giving money, it was all okay, but once you stop giving money, you will be saying, oh, no, he's not my friend, now that is family. So it's always a give and take policy. These are all demonic mentality. And then they're saying, there is no powerful, and I'm the only one powerest, most powerful, and I'm the happiest, and then I shall perform all this. Like Ravana used to think, I will be performing all this sacrifice, and I'll give some charity, and thus I shall be rejoicing. So just take 2 rupees or do some tapasya or austerities and get the power, and then trouble all those other peoples. So that's the reason he's saying, like this way actually persons this demonic qualities are there, it comes under the mode of ignorance, and always these people will be deluded. And then Krishna says what will happen to this kind of people. It will be happening, it's mentioned in the next sloka, the results Krishna is talking about for this demonic people. Okay, I'll choose a name. Let me see who haven't read. Inti Rani Kandasya Mataji or Prabhuji, whoever you are. If it is possible, you can read. It's only in English, Prabhu. Or Krishna or Upalati Prabhu. Or Krishna Reddy Prabhu also. There is 2 person are there. I guess Krishna or Upalati and Krishna Reddy Upalati. They have joined with 2 names. Both are same or different? Dhamati Mataji, Ashwani Mataji will give chance to others who haven't read, because today is Ekadashi and this is English verse. They can sometimes read. Okay, M. Sanjay Prabhu, you want to read, Prabhu, if it is possible? M. Sanjay Prabhu. Okay, let me see other devotees who haven't read. Okay. Sri Lakshmi Mataji, is it possible to read? Okay, I guess maybe due to other reasons, devotees are not taking them. Okay, we'll give a chance to Chandrakant Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, you can go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the ocean of material existence, into various demonic species of life, attaining repeated birth among the species of demonic life, O son of Kunti. Such persons can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to the most abominable type of existence. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for reading. So here, Krishna, you remember last Friday we discussed about chapter 15th and 15th shloka. Krishna talks about, from me remembrance, knowledge and forgetfulness comes. So Krishna is talking about, this person who are very envious and mischievous, they go who are among the lowest among the men. So what Krishna does is that he will cast perpetually, he will cast, and thus these people will be going into this ocean of materializations, into various demonic species of life. So example of this we can see, many kind of hunters are there in this jungle, even if you're born as a human also. That's the reason we say there are 4 lakh species of humans are there. So life after life they are put into this demonic worm, and they will go into one mother, and then again they will go down, and that will happen, they will go to this hunter, and then what will happen, they will keep on going down, and they will achieve a body like cats, dogs and hogs. So it's mentioned in the Vedas as there, what is the hope for this practical kind of people? So if you say, Srila Prabhupada used to say, practically there is no chance of receiving God mercy at any stage of life if we go down. So saying, because attaining repeated birth and goes into them, and such person can never approach me. Gradually they sink down to this most abominable type of existence. So such person actually can't approach Krishna. What is the most abominable? Here Krishna is talking about type of existence is then going to the animal form is the most abominable, because there we don't have a consciousness level. We don't know what is right and what is wrong. Humans have the consciousness to judge what is right and what is wrong. So that's the reason he's saying we might be born in this jungle, and then we go into the, sometimes we might be born as a dog, cat or whatever is there. Yeah, okay. So that's what Krishna is saying. You'll be going, and then cycle of birth, it will continue. Let's see, this is one of the very, very important shloka, which talks about the 3 gateways to hell. Okay. Mahita Mataji, want to read it, please?
Yes, Prabhuji. Trividam narakasyedam dwaram nasanam atmanaha kama krodasa tatha lobhasa tasmad etat trayem tayajet. There are 3 gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul.
Thank you, Mataji, for reading. So it's very difficult to overcome this when we are living in this material world. Even for me also, angerness also doesn't leave. It's not like that we are, it's like even after so many practice also, sometimes when angerness come, like I can't tolerate it sometimes. Like I for 1 year 2 years I'll be able to tolerate, and sometimes I think, okay, like I'm winning, and that the ahankara comes, and then again the angerness comes. So what is the reason of this angerness? It's coming. So Krishna is saying this is the 3 gates of hell. Actually Krishna is talking, the main is there, is Krishna talks about is somebody ping. Damanti Mataji, we'll take this question after the class if it is possible. We'll continue. A lot of shlokas are there, Mataji. Okay, so I was coming to back to this slide. So Krishna is saying the main things is actually lust in which we are having. So lust actually doesn't means we see in this general terms, lust actually thinks like, okay, this is a attraction between the opposite gender. So no, it's not only that lust which is talking, Krishna is talking about. So Krishna is talking about anything which you have a excessive desire, or it might be a power, or it might be position, or anything which you're very attached to, that you want to like have that. Even if you have, you want more and more. So when the desire is more, what will happen? Or when the lust is more, what will happen? It will overcome, and the greed will come. And when the greed is not satisfied, that's how the angerness come. Okay, like one time you are getting, maybe a beautiful example is also there. I came to know when I was 5 years of old. So in when I read Bhagavad Gita 2.616 to 59 to 63, I understood that there is a quite vivid description about how actually a person gets anger is there. So when I was child, what happened? So I went to a fair. My father took me on his hand, and then I was so small, then he used to take, because after walking sometimes he'll be saying papa papa godi, like I'm not able to walk. And then they will take, and sometimes he'll put me on is this one. And then what will happen in this Mayfair, if you go, like there will be wall around will be a jhula will be there, lot of things to eat will be there. I was very fond of ice cream actually. So when I saw ice cream, I told my dad I want this ice cream, and it was a winter time this time also. That my dad said no, you don't, you eat something else. Like if you eat ice cream, maybe not a good time, you might get cold and fever, and then we'll be having trouble at home. To go back to your hostel also, if you're not well, then it's not good. I said okay dad. And then as soon as what happens, as we proceed further, I was able to see again how's the shop again, it was ice cream was there, and it was flashing vanilla, butterscotch, and all different names were there. And as we say, our senses draw us from there. So my eyes saw, and then a sudden desire came, no, I want to have this ice cream again. I moved further, and my father, we saw, and again we were able to see again one more ice cream shop was there. Now that desire, actually what happened, it went above, and then I said no, I want it from it. But I was somehow was not able to say to my father, okay, I want it. And then as I went to third and fourth shop, this desire started increasing more and more. And as like to the sixth or seventh shop, I was not able to say, father, I want my this ice cream. And then my father was okay, like what is second. Then he said no. I said no, it's not required. And then as soon as we went to eighth shop, and they said no, he's very addendum, he won't be listening right now. Then father brought me an ice cream, and it was he brought me that small rupees, like at those time 20 I guess 25 26 years before, it used to again come with like if you take a cone, like smaller one, 5 rupees at that time also. So then my father bought it that ice cream, and then we ate. And this usually this what we say, uh, stick will be coming, that used to in our time 1 rupees used to get 4 ice cream at that time, what we get this stick one. So at that time my father told, buy this one. I said no, I want that one cup only. And then since it was a very small, then again what happened, I liked the taste, and said after seeing, I said, dad, I want more. And then he said no, it's not good. And then I started crying, and then I said no, he want. And then again he fed me, and then I said I want more, and the greed started going away. And again, and so anger is there, either it comes in 3 ways. Either you cry if you're not, your help is in the condition, if you're not able to do anything, Or the second thing is there, you will scold on somebody or something. That's what we say. Whatever desires is there, you try, it will become the more and more it will become, you try to achieve those things, and then even if you get also, what will happen, you want to get more and more. And when that greed is not satisfied, what will happen, that will come into as an angerness. So that's what Krishna is saying. This is the three gates which leads to the hell. So every sane man should give up this up, and they lead to the degradation of the soul. So this is very important shloka which Krishna is here is talking about. We should try to away from our desires, should be satisfied. But yes, as I said, based on the mode of natures, it's very difficult to control also. So then this is, oh my god, I have taken so much of time to divine demon's qualities only. So there are divine qualities which Krishna is saying. Let's see, I'll request devotees, they can read only this in English translation. That should be fine with me, because I have some more slides to cover. Okay, Aviram Prabhu, is it possible to read? Or Ganga Mataji? Okay, I'll take quickly now. Dhamati Mataji, all time ready to read. Mataji, read only English translation, please. We
Okay,
have
Prabhuji. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, fearlessness, purification of one's existence, cultivation of spiritual knowledge, charity, self-control, performance of sacrifice, study of the Vedas, austerity, simplicity, non-violence, truthfulness, freedom from anger, renunciation, tranquility, aversion to fault finding, compassion for all living entities, freedom from covetousness, gentleness, modesty, steady determination, vigor, forgiveness, fortitude, cleanliness, and freedom from envy and from the passion for honor. These transcendental qualities, O son of Bharata, belong to godly men endowed with divine nature. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Dhamati Mataji, for reading so nicely. So here Krishna is talking about 26 qualities which the divine person will be having. Maybe I won't go through each because if you take 1 hour of session, will be there with this 26 qualities only. It's explaining. But as we can see, you can also, if none of the meanings you are able to understand, you can ping me after the class also. So these are some qualities that will be, these people will be always truthful. They will be always fearlessness. They will be always speaking truth, whether irrespective of whatever is there. And they will be able to self-control. Like when we saw the desires is coming, so they are saying, no, one I have got, I should be satisfied whatever the Krishna has given me. So I should be self-control, and then will be performing the sacrifices. They will study this Vedas. They will be very simple. They will be very non-violence. They won't don't want to harm any other living entities, and they will be freedom from anger. They will be doing all those activities. They will be having so much of wealth. They will be having so much thing, but still they will be renunciate. And these are the some qualities which Krishna is talking. They can be divided into specific varna, specific ashram also. So that's the reason we can read every day Bhagavad Gita, and it's saying all this quality slowly and slowly. When we rise above the mode of goodness, it will come in. It will be coming. So one important thing is there, aversion to file funding. If somebody is saying to you also, please take it in a positive way and say might be is there, and then maybe sometimes I am also not able to do. Sometimes I also speak out from my mind and shout it or something happen. So but you should be there, shouldn't be finding any somebody, because it's saying it also gives some karmas also when we are talking somebody behind his back. And this is saying we should be very determined in whatever is there. Utsa Dhair Nishay, which we have heard. Utsa Dhair Nishay is there, determination is there, in bhakti should be there, and we should be able to say that yes, Lord, when it comes inside our heart, he can kill actually whatever anarthas it is there. So it is says, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, when Lord comes to this material world, he can kill any of us. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he came and he killed all the demonic natures which we are having in our heart only. And he taught us this principle, Shishashram. Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahichuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Harare. This means it's a very important thing that we should be very humble as a, what we say, as a grass. So when you walk on the grass, what happens? The grass doesn't raise you or doesn't beat you back or doesn't raise us. He again try to rise, and we should be as tolerant as that. Is saying Tarorapi Sahishuna. So what should be there? We should be as tolerant as a tree. When we go and hit tree or do something, the tree doesn't respond. So we should be as tolerant as a tree, and then we shouldn't be seeking any what we say honor or something. It's very difficult, but yet still we when we chant and when we pray, and then slowly automatically it will come. It takes over the time. You'll be over the time you'll be only able to judge how much you're able to continue, and this gunas are there. So these are 26 good qualities which Krishna is talking about. And let's see, light went. Okay, so let's see what Krishna is saying further. Okay, Sri Lakshmi Mataji, please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination.
Yes, Krishna here it's talking about people, about the demonic qualities. He told some peoples will be there when we talk about intro to this hell. Previous slokas, when this one was there, 21. I said these are the three gates of the hell. Then we have made like that, such that we'll be able to say. So he's saying, which is mentioned in the Shastra, the scriptures, that when they say, no, these are the rules and regulation which we should be finding, like following. But usually people say, no, it's not where mentioning that we can see there are the four activities are mentioned there: illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, meat eating. So it's mentioned there. If somebody comes into this nature, then it will be there in the mode of goodness. Otherwise, it will be there either sometimes passion or ignorance will be there. And they're saying this kind of person, they can't achieve perfection in this life also, or perfection in siddhi. Whatever they will be able to do, like it won't be there. And they're saying, nor he's saying, nor they will be perfection, and neither they will be happy in this life. Whatever they want to do, after some time again they will be distressed. And they're saying neither they will get the supreme destination. At the end of this life, what will happen? They won't go back home, back to God, and like this cycle will keep on going. So neither you will be perfect in this life, and then no happiness you'll be getting, and this comes under the mode of passion and ignorance, and thus you won't be able to go God, and that's what will happen. Again will be born, and again will be continuing this journey. So let's see in 16.24 what says if somebody is doing this duty. That's the reason we keep what if you don't do and what is the rule. Okay, Balram Prabhu wants to read. Prabhu, you can read only the translation, please.
Okay. One should therefore understand what is duty and what is not duty by the regulations of the scriptures. Knowing such rules and regulations, one should act so that he may gradually be elevated.
Yes,
Thank you,
knowledge is.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. So knowledge is very like important. So if you want to understand mathematics, we must go to the mathematic teacher. If you want to understand, social studies or different subjects, you need to go to that. Yeah, and some teachers might teach you everything, but for to be specialized in that subject, we need to reach to that particular guru or the teacher. Otherwise, what will happen? We'll miss some information is there. So in order to understand spiritual, we must go to the spiritual master like Srila Prabhupada, and also this it's mentioned in the Shastra. They will teach us, they will give us the rules and regulation which are meant for invoking love for God. It is very important. In the 15th chapter also we heard 15th and in 12th chapter also Krishna talks about 4 Shraddha, or the 4 devotees who are there. So if you follow rules and regulations, slowly you will what happened, you will rise above and you will be liberated. So Krishna again he's reiterating, because if you are following in this rules and regulation, you will be able to elevate. And if once somebody understand Krishna, if you are following rules and regulation of the Vedas, it's known. 15th chapter 15.15 also says the whole essence of the Vedas is to know Krishna. So if one understands Krishna from Bhagavad Gita and become situated in Krishna consciousness, engaging always 24/7 in devotional service. So it's essentially Prabhupada is to say, so he has reached actually the highest perfection of knowledge which is mentioned in the Vedas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually made this process very easily by chanting. When simply you chant and you will be able to go up to this one. Let's see what talks about 16.5. Okay, let me request Usha Mataji, if it is possible.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I'll read, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Devi
Ganga Mataji, you can read the next sloka after this. Yeah, sorry,
Okay,
Mataji.
okay,
Mataji, you can
Prabhuji.
only read the translation, Mataji.
Okay,
There are
Prabhuji.
other slides are also there to cover. Sorry.
The transcendental qualities of conductive to liberation, where the demonic qualities make for bondage. Do not worry, O son of Pandu, for you are born with the divine. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. So Krishna says we actually have to follow certain rules and regulation. A person actually who follow and according to the shastras and not according to his whims. So Krishna is very clear here. So is scriptural actually we see when we see scriptural injunctions, why it's mentioned we should be following this scriptures or something. It is not because a human being actually has four defects in itself. He say a human being is like set to commit mistakes. Always he will be committing mistakes, and the second is that he will be always be illusioned because of the maya. And he's just saying it's a wonderful tendency of the Kali Yuga is that who a human being is that he has the tendency to cheat others. We might see in the Amazon sales, so people will be saying, oh, 100% sale is there. So the same T-shirt, if suppose given 100 rupees, is they will make a cost of 200 and will sell at 50% off and 25% off like that, and they will be making more profit like that also. So all this and the fourth defect is there. Our senses are imperfect actually. So Hiranyakashipu also we see had everything in the world, but he was not happy because he was not able to have a peace of mind. Kamsa was also not happy. Hitler was also not happy. Neither Hiranyagarbha was also happy. But when we sadhaka, we try to follow these rules and regulation, we must not overdo also. So making family time also. So it's a saying, we can see here one demon is there and one angel is there. So it's a saying, one is a good proverb is there, one is a good dog and one is a bad dog. So whichever we feed, depending, which depends on us. If we feed a good dog, good thoughts will be coming, everything will be happening good. If you feed this negative dog, what will happen? Negative thing will become. So whatever you sow, you shall reap. So Krishna is also saying. Okay, let's see this sloka. Ganga Mataji wanted to read. Please go ahead.
Yes, Prabhuji. In Satya Yuga, demons and demigods were in different planets. In Treta Yuga, demons and demigods were in different cities. In Dwapara Yuga, demons and demigods were in the same family. In Kali Yuga, divine and demonic qualities are in the same person.
Yes,
Thank
so
you.
Krishna is
Hare
talking
Krishna.
about here. So in Satya Yuga, there were in all the Yuga, there were different kinds of worship, which we have also seen. So we have seen in that Satya Yuga, so demons and demigods were in different planets. So they used to live in earthly planets, and this demons, the devas used to live in the Swarga Loka. So they were in different planets. We have seen we are there in this Bhuva Loka or down, the demons will be living down. So they used to cross these planets and then used to go. And when Treta Yuga came, actually the demons were and the demigods were in different cities. The example is there. India and Sri Lanka was there. Ravana was living in Sri Lanka, and India, Lord Ram was living. So the demons was there in the different cities. When the Dwapar Yuga came, the demigods were in the same family. We can see this. There was a whole fight between the two families, the Kauravas and the Pandavas, and the whole world was like indulge in that. And that's what the Krishna's Lord Krishna says, the what we saw in the Dwapar Yuga, it will be happening in Kali Yuga also. That's the reason we see there are a lot of clashes are there in the whole family. A father is there, a mother is there, they're having four sons, but they are not able to take care of their fathers. And in Kali Yuga, when it comes, he's saying this divine and demonic qualities are in the same person. So no need to search bad in outside. We can see in ourselves only how much bad qualities are at least are there. At least for me, it's also like innumerable are there. So when we deep down, when we do introspect, we'll be able to see whatever demonic qualities are there. What to talk about others. When we talk, okay, he or she have done to me this like that, or there is what to talk about you only. So when we introspect, we'll be able to see all those good quality and bad qualities are there in the same person also. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and he wanted to eradicate this demonic quality which was in us. Let's see, the sloka is there. Okay, who can read it? Nima Mataji, is it possible? Or Pallavi Mataji? Rupa Mataji wants to chant. Yeah, Mataji, please go ahead. Rupa Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yeah.
The holy name of Krishna can deliver the most sinful of all sinners is exemplified by the pastime of Jagai and Madhai.
The holy name can remove the demonic qualities in our heart.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So this is a very wonderful pastimes. We can see it's about when Mahaprabhu in this Kali Yuga only, when he came 500 years before, there were two brothers, Jagai and Madhai. So name any crime you take, there was none other, no crime was left that Jagai and Madhai brother didn't do actually. They have committed all kinds of crime. So they used to walk on the roads, they used to take this fruits, they used to take stole openly, and they used to hit people, they used to murder, they used to rape, everything was used to them. So those times Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually entrusted a preaching task to Nityanand Prabhu, that is none other than Balram ji, and Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur, he used to himself is a Brahmaji. Haridas Thakur is our like Namachar. So he used to chant 3 lakhs rounds a day, and 192 and to be precisely, he should chant in 2020. So himself, he was a Brahmaji. When Brahma Leela happens, when he cried, Brahmaji cried and said, I want to also help you in this because I've committed so much of sins. When you will appear in Kali Yuga, please, Krishna told, when I'll be appearing in Kali Yuga, then you will be coming and then you'll be glorifying all the devotees. And so this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to Haridas Thakur and Nityanand Prabhu that you go and preach and tell everyone to actually to chant. So Nityanand thought, then Nityanand Prabhu every day, and Haridas Thakur used to teach, and then Nityanand Prabhu saw these two brothers, Jagai and Madhai, and then he thought, like, if I'm able to give this holy name to Jagai and Madhai, they will change and the whole village will be able to see the changes, and they will also take the holy name. So Nityanand Prabhu is to always go for a bigger task. If I am able to change this one, and then a lot of people will be saying so much of potent holy name is there. So he went and requested actually Jagai Madhai one time, and then Nitai, this Nityanand Prabhu is also known as Nitai, and Chaitanya Prabhu was also known as Nitai and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this Nitai, when he went and requested him, please chant this holy names. So first of all, they started made fun of him. He hit, and then he said, no, 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 I don't want you. You go. And then they were drinking there at the time, and say, you go, otherwise I'll kill you. And then slowly answers the Haridas Thakur and the other devotees that they told, no, no, Nityanand Prabhu, they are already drunk. Will come again. And then the next day again, Nityanand Prabhu saw them with a pot of wine again they were having, and then they said that this fellow have again come. And then Nityanand Prabhu say, oh Jagai Madai, oh Jagai, please chant the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. When Jagai Madai was saying is that this fellow is not going to listen, and then he just broke this wooden pot or that like a mud pot, and then he hit Nityanand Prabhu, and from Nityanand Prabhu, here for it the blood started coming. And as soon as the news went over and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to know, and they told this Nityananda Prabhu was trying to preach, and this Jagai Madhai, and this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very furious, and he came, and then he again in his head he had the Sudarshan Chakra, and he said, Jagai Madhai, I won't be able to be believing. And this Nityananda Prabhu was saying, no, 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 Mahaprabhu, please leave us, please leave us. And then Jagai, one of his brother, fell into the feet of Nityanand Prabhu, and they said, please, please forgive us, please forgive us. And then Nityanand Prabhu said, Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have came to this place to kill us, the demonic mentality which is having in our heart. In this yuga, you are not supposed to take weapon, Sudarshan Chakra, which you have taken in the other yugas. So in this age, your yuga or your weapon is to preach all over the world, to chant with the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So when somebody chants this holy name, only their whatever the demonic qualities are which are there present in their heart, slowly it will go away. So this is the weapon which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, and then they saw that avatar and all, their life was saved. And this actually this Jagai and Magdhai, it is mentioned in the scriptures and the Srila Prabhupada is to say that they, over the period of time when you take to the holy name of shelter, holy name of the name, so there was the number one criminal in this whole Mayapur at that time. And when they started chanting the holy name of them, so they became a very great devotees. When you go to Mayapur, actually there is a still one ghat is there named on this two brothers, which is known as Jaghai Madhai Ghat. So it is very interesting about this particular aspect also. So when they were so humble, they were so good quality, it started coming when they started chanting, that it's mentioned that people who used to go there to bath ghat also, they used to pay dandavat to them, and they used to touch their feet, and they used to wash their feet. And the people in the starting, they used to fear again he wants to kill or so, and then they were so touched with the holy name of the Lord, and then they said, yes, this holy name is none other than is very powerful. And that's the reason we saw with the only holy name of this one. Similarly, we can see how Srila Prabhupada chased the demonic nature of the people of the Western countries. They were hippies. They were not following any rules and regulation. They used to have illicit sex. They used to always drink. They used to always kill others. And still, he didn't stop. He used to teach, and then the rest is history also, we can see. So that's the reason it's saying in Kaliga, this demonic quality is within us, ourselves only. When we chant the holy name of the Lord, this demonic qualities will be going. So if possible, we can chant more rounds. If some devotees will chant one round together, but if possible, we can chant today, because today is Ekadasi. If you're chanting 2 rounds, it's equivalent to chanting 200 rounds. So this is a recap of whatever we have, and there is a quick announcement also which I wanted to make. I guess already some devotees have left, but still for the benefit. So this is this chapter 16, which talks about demonic nature, and doesn't know what to do, what is do's and don'ts. It's neither they implement cleanliness, proper behavior, truth. These people are always envious and demonic species, and they go to the animal kingdom. They go deep down, and they discard the spiritual injection, and they home perfection, happiness, supreme destinies. And this, what are the 3 gates of hell? We discuss lust, anger, greed. What are these results? We for the divine, we said at the end they go have a liberation. They go home back to Godhead. For the demonic nature, they have a bondage. What will happen? They will again go into the cycle of birth and death. So we have a choice. We have like always there is a Krishna is saying it's a free will. It's have you have a choice whether to do your duty or whether not to do your duty. According do your duty according to the scriptures. Don't do your duty according to this. So scripture in itself is that when you follow scriptures, you'll be elevated to the other planets, and maybe you can go back to Godhead also. So this is the certificate. If you attend this 12 days of classes, and maybe it's almost 12 today's 16 days. I'll try to maybe complete today. Otherwise, it will be difficult to take the attendance and all at the last day. So anyone, please continue joining the classes and be regular on the quiz. At the end, you'll be getting the certificate. Okay, so yesterday we discussed, we have a class also, and you might have said I have sent you one Shraddhavan link, which is there in the WhatsApp. So I'll request those devotees who want to progress. Shraddha means a faith, it develops. Whoever wants to progress in bhakti, and you can fill up a form of this Shraddhavan. So very soon you'll be giving a certificate of Shraddhavan, and then minimum requirement is that there is no rules and regulations is there for applying this Shraddhavan, this one. So only thing is there, you should take a sankalp that I'll be chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra 1 round at least, minimum daily. And then one senior devotees or Guru or any Maharaj will be there. And in front of the Lord, you will be given the certificate, and your blessings will be there that you will be able to continue this one. One good news, which was I was talking upon this 24th December, we are having a Gita Sammelan. So this is Gita Sammelan is there. So day after tomorrow on 21st, we are about to complete this Gita Gyan 18 days of 18 courses. So whoever person is eligible for the certificate and is maybe what we say completed this course, so we'll be having an entire Sammelan. Means there are other teachers also who is taking this Gita Gyan in English, Hindi, Bangla, and Uriya, Tamil, Telugu, like that. So all the teachers will be coming and will be having a class Sammelan, and will each and every one person will be giving you this certificate, and the Lord will be blessing you. So that's a, please don't miss this Sammelan, all your certificate. And if you want to say or see this, there will be a special class will be there, and followed by prasadam we can't get. If you are there in the temple, we can give you. Otherwise online prasadam only you can see. So that's what I wanted to say about this Sammelan. And if somebody have any feedback or something, they can you can maybe. I have never asked some till now.
Sammelan is online, Prabhuji.
Yes, Madam Mataji, Sammelan is online. It's we are doing it online only. Maybe somebody will be there in the temple. This time I'm not there in the temple. If somebody is there, so they will be just giving the Lord Darsi, and I'll be only reading the names who have qualified and eligible for this. So I'll request devotees, if possible, they can give your feedback also, or either it will be there in video or something format. We'll play those videos also on the Sammelan day, whatever you have learned or whatever, it's just that it will make or give what we say other people's motivation to continue with this Gita Gyan, who were the new peoples out there, because we'll from this time onwards we are thinking whoever give us this video or something like that, 1 or 2 minutes, whatever the feedback is there, we'll try to put it in the YouTube and like do as an advertisement, says that these are the real testimonies which we have got from the real life devotees, how the Bhagavad Gita, when they have attended this 18 days, their life has changed. So maybe if possible, you can give, there is no force. Okay, and yesterday we have also sent this kit also. So for chanting, we need three things. One is bead bags, so one is mala, and one is Shakshi mala. So if you want, if you have already continue chanting on the beads, if you don't have, you can order it also there. It will be delivered at your house. This is our address. So if somebody wants to come to
Prabhuji, next session will commence from which date?
Prabhu, I'll announce on 18th day, Prabhu.
Okay,
The
okay,
next
thank you.
question, I'll give you the slides. We have a proper way. We'll continue and we'll give you next. What if somebody devotees are interested and what they want to progress in devotional life? So for them, we have a different program. It's not like again free of cost, and whoever is interested, I say generally it comes around 20 to 30 people. So we have seen from the day one, it was 50 to now we see like hardly like 30 people are also not joining. So that's the trend we have seen. Sometimes it goes away, and with that next level, not all people will be joining. So for those only people will be having a special classes that is free of cost. Only thing we want from the devotees is their time. We are ready to give that knowledge whatever we have learned from senior devotees. So for any question answer, maybe I'll take it after this one. And thank you all devotees for joining. We'll chant maybe if possible 1 or 2 rounds. So I see I'll stop the recording. It's already time.